This Organized Chaos video is brought to you by viewers like you. Thank you. So today, as you may be able to tell by the title, is that I was going to go ahead and do a look at Ryan Cannell. Oh, hey, Michael. But then I forgot. I'm supposed to be talking to Puma Fist again. We can get into it, but Puma Fist wants a round 2 to the debate. I'm not psyched for it, but let's see. Yeah, but let me see if let's see if he's in the StreamYard already. He is not in the StreamYard yet. Did I send him? Yeah, I sent him a link. Okay, he's not in there. Okay, we'll see. He should be popping up soon, since he wants. Yeah. Oh, good, Puma. Yeah, I know. Listen, I'm not thrilled with it, but I want to make it clear. I will talk if you want to talk. I will. You can come on and talk to me. Now, if you're being a jerk in the comments, I might ban you. But I'm 100% open if you want to come on stream and talk to me. And I think I just heard him beep in. Yes, he did. Okay, let's do this. Hello, how you doing?
Wow. This is exciting. Where are you?
Huh? I'm fine.
I'm the only one here.
Yeah, StreamYard and OBS don't work together well,
Hello.
so I have to limit what I do with it.
Hello.
Oh, crap. Hold on, I'm learning StreamYard. Yeah, I can't do a camera share or anything.
Oh, there we go.
Yes.
What's up, witches and warlocks? Puma Fist tuning in.
Yes.
How y'all doing on this fine Thursday evening?
Well, I am doing quite well. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing all right, but I'm a little concerned. Why do you have me blocked?
Oh, why do I have you blocked?
in
Because you were being obnoxious.
So being obnoxious is a reason to block somebody? What do you consider being obnoxious?
If I feel like it, yes.
Pushing back on you?
Yeah, being obnoxious is being obnoxious.
So it's just that you're whimsy then. Whenever you feel like blocking somebody, right?
Yeah, no
terms of service violations.
Yeah.
Nobody breaking any rules, but yeah, I just feel like, hey, you know what? I don't like this person, so they're blocked.
Well, here, Henry. No, Henry. Actually, I don't have EVS blocked. But yeah. Well, it's not even.
That makes me feel so much better. I'm blocked, but EVS isn't blocked.
Well, a lot of his fans are, right. So it's. Yeah. So
why is that?
Why is this? Because they're obnoxious.
You don't,
and I felt like it.
You don't like pushback. You don't like people pushing back on you,
dude. You're on here on my channel. I'm fine with pushback. I'm not good at people being obnoxious in the comments. There's a difference.
What's so different about the comments and then actually showing up on your live stream?
Because lots of people just like to be keyboard warriors. There's a difference when you can actually discuss things with somebody, like, at least verbally. Like, face-to-face is always best, but, like, verbally, there's a distinct difference. Lots of times in comments or Twitter, you get keyboard warriors, and they get really obnoxious. So, yeah, and fun fact, my comment section is not the town square.
Yes, it is. You do realize that your comment section doesn't belong to you, right? You do realize that, right?
True.
It belongs to YouTube.
Yes, it does.
And every comment that somebody makes in your chat is actually their own intellectual property. You don't own that.
Well, actually, no. That's not quite how that works. However, YouTube does give me the ability to control what's posted on their website, and I use it as I see fit.
Of course, because YouTube likes censorship, and they want you the ability. They want to give you the ability to censor people.
Dude, you're literally on my live stream chatting with me. I don't think you're allowed to complain about censorship.
Except you got me blocked.
Well, you're not.
You didn't block me from StreamYard.
No, I didn't block you on Twitter.
But you blocked me from your chat.
All I've done is block you from my comments section. That's it.
Why though? What have I said in your comment section that is so egregious?
Oh, I don't even know. But I've seen you post some cringe shit, dude.
You don't even know? I mean, shit, it was bad enough for you to block me. You must have known.
Do you know how many people I have to block on a regular basis? It's an issue.
You just handing out blocks everywhere, right?
Yeah, if I feel like it. It depends on my mood sometimes too. I honestly don't care.
Why don't you just allow people to spout their shit? You know what the easiest way to make somebody look like an asshole is?
It still gets toxic.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Blocking people
listen to me. Here's my point. The easiest way to make somebody look like an asshole is to let them run their mouths. So why are you blocking them in your chats? If they're saying a bunch of nonsense that you think is retarded and you're oh shit, I said the retard word, sorry. If they think that your chat thinks that whatever that person is saying is dumb, right? Then that's majority rule. That's your little democracy, right? Mm-hmm. So why do you have to block them?
Well, dude, you asked to come back on, so I let you back on. You're allowed to run your mouth and make a fool of yourself right now.
Well, I'm asking you why you think it's...
Because I feel like it. I don't need to give you a reason. I don't even need to have a reason. I could block everybody from my comments.
Okay, so just because you feel like it, right? It's just your feelings?
Sure, why not?
How does that translate to, I don't know, Nerdrotic making his videos? Just because he feels like it?
Well,
he can say what he wants, right?
Well, that's interesting. So you have an issue with me calling out Nerdrotic, but, you're fine with Nerdrotic doing his thing.
Well, I didn't say I was fine with Nerdrotic. I'm just using him as an example here.
Okay.
But
why are you calling out me using my free speech against Nerdrotic, but against Nerdrotic or, don't have any problem with Nerdrotic at all?
You like to talk about other people, but you don't like it when somebody talks about you.
Dude, we're talking about me right now. I'm fine talking about me.
Well, for as long as you allow it, and then it'll end.
Well, like I said, the streams. I'll let anybody on the stream who wants to come on the stream. Lots of people don't want to come on here now, but I'll let people on. My comments section. Lots of times I see obnoxious behavior towards people who are fans of my content, and I don't like that. So I will be more liberal with blocking people there.
What do you consider obnoxious, meow meow?
Well, I'm just trying to get over the Super Troopers reference. To you? But, dude, it literally depends on my mood. I don't have to set specific rules. Like I said, I could block everybody if I felt like it.
Why would you do that, though? Then you're not communicating with anybody. What, do you just want an echo chamber?
No, I want to stress.
Just want everybody to agree with you?
Most of the people I block, I will give them a warning, and I will say, hey, don't do this. Hey, if you want to talk to me, you can email me here, but don't be obnoxious. And if they continue, I block them. These people have ways to contact me.
What do you consider obnoxious?
Dude.
I mean, I consider half the stuff that you say obnoxious. That doesn't mean I'm going to block you.
You have the freedom to block me on your YouTube comments.
But I don't, because I actually believe in free speech.
Well, also, I don't think I've ever actually sat down through one of your videos, so... But yeah.
Oh.
It's not a free speech issue, dude. It's not a free speech issue.
How is it not a free speech issue? Oh, my private companies, I can be in a private company and do whatever I want. No, that's not how this country was founded. Yes, the First Amendment is protecting us, the people, from the government, right? But every citizen of the United States should uphold that same standard. Like, if your government's going to be held to that standard, you should do that as the individual, too. People should be allowed to say whatever the hell they want, no matter how vulgar it is. You might not like it, and you can push back on them, tell them they're an asshole, but you should let them say it. And if the majority of the people don't like it, they'll get blasted in the comments. So why do you feel the need to use that convenient block button that YouTube gives you? When you know damn good and well that YouTube loves censorship. They're conditioning you to appreciate censorship. That's why they give you the option to block.
I mean, I've already brought it up, but don't you appreciate the irony of you yelling censorship when I said you can come on my live stream and talk to me?
Well, when I come on your live stream and talk to you, you get more views.
Not a huge amount, maybe a little. Debates do usually do better.
Yeah, your views went up.
Hmm?
Oh,
Cool
of course
deal.
they do.
Thank
I'm just
you.
a little guy. I only got 130 subs, right? I only got 130 subs. But in the last 6 months, with my meager 130 subs, I don't know. I'm pretty well known around CG these parts. You know, I don't know.
Well,
maybe there's something to the little guy with the big voice.
The fact is, Ethan does get easily triggered.
Well, it's not just him. He's not the only guy.
Oh, I'm sure. So, what, did you just want to talk about blocking? Was there anything specific you want to talk about?
Well, I told you, dealer's choice. You get to pick the topic. Let's go. What would you like to talk about, Robert? That was the deal.
Well,
dealer's choice.
So, I guess in our last debate, you argued that we can't trust anything unless we, approve it for our own eyes. So, I guess if we're going to continue that, how does society survive if we can't learn off others' research?
How does society survive if we can't observe other people's research?
Or learn from it?
Well, we can learn from it, and that's the thing. Nobody tests anything.
Well, in the last argument...
We'll read a news article that tells us this is going on in science, right?
Okay.
So-and-so, this breakthrough in cancer treatments, we've found this strange rock on Mars, right?
Mm-hmm.
None of us as individuals who aren't in government organizations, shitloads of money, rich people, stuff like that, we don't get access to any of that data other than what the internet tells us, right? So what we can do as the individual who isn't privileged to that sort of information is we can be skeptical of it. And that's what the scientific method is all about. It's you don't agree with something until it's verifiably proven, right? So just because somebody makes a claim and a couple of people back it up, and there's 10 people total talking about it, but there's 8 billion people on the planet, until the 8 billion people can observe it and figure it out, don't take their fucking word for it. I don't take anybody's word for anything.
So until the 8 billion people can verify that research, we can't move forward with it? So we just can't move forward with any research because those 8 billion people will never get on board.
We're talking about sciences, right?
Yeah.
Things that we can observe, right? We all know that we have to breathe air. If we get into a situation where we don't have air, we know that we're suffocating and we're dying, right? That's something that all humans, all 8 billion people on the planet can agree upon.
Okay.
So when scientists talk about oxygen, we know that's true. Without it, we're dead.
Okay. So what about things that aren't observable, like how a capacitor works? Do you need to invent a capacitor to use it? Because using your logic,
we use
you
capacitors all the time.
Yeah, using your logic, we'd have to. Yeah, but using your logic, we'd have to invent it to use it. Because how do you know it works?
But it's an observable. It's an observable phenomena from all people.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Good point. So observable phenomenon, like the Earth being round.
No, nobody can prove that the Earth is round. Prove it. Have you ever seen the Earth from space?
So let me get this straight. You've come to all your conclusions without.
Have you ever seen the Earth from space? I'm not saying that the Earth is flat, right?
Through photographs.
It might be round. It might be flat. Photographs that NASA says they're all manipulated.
Okay, so
on their own website, every single photograph they have of planets and galaxies and moons,
did you actually
and
even
stars
bother
and
to
asteroids and all
research
this
why
shit?
it's manipulated?
They say that they're all manipulated.
And did you actually bother to research it?
It doesn't matter why they say they're manipulated. They are manipulated. That's it. Have you ever seen the curvature of the Earth in person with your own eyes?
Yeah, of course I haven't.
Exactly. So how do you know they're telling you the truth?
Well, hold on.
What? What are you Googling?
Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. I'm not saying
that the Earth is flat.
Well, if you're not saying... So, okay, so you're not saying the Earth is flat. But you're just saying it's not round.
No, I'm not. Well, I'm saying that I don't know, and there's no way for me to verify it. And you know what? I mean, like, either way, if the Earth is round or flat, what fucking difference does it make it to me when I'm going to my fucking job every day?
Mikael, thank you for the super chat.
The only reason... The only argument that you can make for the globe model versus the flat Earth is the flat Earth model incorporates more religion, and the globe model involves anti-religion, like no religion. One side wants you to think that we were all created, by some divine being, and the other side wants you to believe that there is no divine being, and we're all just a random happenstance, parasite that formed on this planet over a long period of time. So you got two different arguments right there that both say one thing is this way, the other says it's this way, and they both have an agenda. Who's right, who's wrong? Neither way, I can't verify it either way.
So you don't believe it,
neither can. So you don't believe
there's any sort of agenda? So, because I would argue that there's no agenda around the round.
I'm sure there are agendas. There's I just told you. There's the religious agenda, which could explain the flat Earth theory, right? And creationism. And then you've got the science agenda, which is anti-God, and anti-religion. And they're saying that it's going this way. They both have an agenda.
How is a round Earth
who's telling the truth? How is the flat Earth not pro-science?
Because we have evidence. What if we have scientific evidence that the Earth is round?
We have scientific evidence that the Earth is round. Who are the scientists?
Well, who are the scientists? You want names of names?
Yeah.
You've seen photographs.
Well, I'm saying,
know this. There's
who are they, and who do they get paid by?
Well, it varies. It's lots of times you're dealing with NASA and things like that. But what, how does a round Earth discredit religion at all?
Oh well, according to the Bible, the Earth was flat, right? So
I don't know. I'm not up to my Bible.
In order to get rid of the flat Earth design and the religions that all revolve around, the Earth being a flat plane, it's and we've got the what is it, the firmament above us, and all that crap. Science comes along and says, hey, you know what? We don't want these people all being in these religious sects.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're gonna come up with something that says that, religion doesn't exist.
So your argument
and so they start telling us all these fantastical things about science. Dude, have you ever looked at what they actually say is happening with the Earth? Right, in the globe model.
I'm just trying to wrap my head around this.
We're spinning it like
round Earth is a science conspiracy against religion. What?
Science is a religion now. You do realize that, right?
Oh my God!
It's a religion.
It doesn't surprise me.
How many people? How many people do you meet? How many people do you meet who say trust the scientists?
Yeah, why?
Where they used to say trust the priests.
Mikael's wondering why you put religion into this.
Religion and science all go together. Politics, it's all intertwined.
Well, yeah, politics.
It's all intertwined.
With a lot of stuff. I'm trying to figure out.
Science is a new religion.
So what? You think there are people who worship science?
Yes.
Pop Counterculture is asking if he can join in. Would you like to talk to him as well, or?
Sure, let him come in. I don't care.
All right, I will send him the link then. But yeah, I'm just trying to wrap my head around this whole idea that round
What,
Earth,
that religion and science are like science is a religion?
I mean, I hear this argument fairly often, but it's so dumb because one actually has facts and evidence. The Earth's just based on old scripture and shit.
Facts and evidence told to you by who? The priests of science?
So you're saying you don't subscribe to
Neil
anything.
deGrasse Tyson, Space Tyrone?
Hey,
he's your authority figure?
Neil deGrasse Tyson is not like the perfect authority figure. But you know what? I would take his stuff over most people's at this point.
Oh, what do you mean? Stephen Hawking? You take him? The guy who can't even talk? Or couldn't? Rest in peace.
How does his inability to
Let
talk
me tell you about the secrets of the universe.
You are going into ableism like so quickly. What the fuck, man?
Ableism? Ableism? The guy was literally talking through a speak and spell. Anybody could have been typing that in there. You don't know that was coming from him.
Dude, seriously. You're just gonna mock Stephen Hawking for no reason. No reason at all. No.
He was a hack. He wasn't even real.
So
he's a celebrity.
Do you want to argue that
Neil deGrasse Tyson is a celebrity too.
You want to
so
argue
was
you're
Carl
somehow
Sagan.
Smarter than Neil, or somehow smarter than? Yeah, I'll go with Neil deGrasse Tyson or Stephen Hawking. You want to argue you're smarter than them?
Yes, I am smarter than them. You know why? Because they're actors.
So, okay, what evidence do you have that they're actors?
They work in Hollywood. They get mainstream funding, right? They're actors. They're picked for that role. It's not like they're the smartest person in the world or anything like that.
Well, I mean,
no.
Neil deGrasse Tyson is pretty much
absolutely
a public
not.
figure for science. He's kind of like Bill Nye. Yeah, no, they're not like the most.
He took over the role of Carl Sagan.
Yeah, Carl Sagan did a similar thing. Sure. Are you arguing that these people aren't smart, though? What evidence do you have that they're not smart? Because overwhelming evidence points that they're very smart.
They're good entertainers.
So?
But ultimately, they're reading a script.
Those aren't mutually exclusive?
They're reading a script.
So?
If it's being told to you on television, you're being told what to think.
Well, not always, but there might be a script, but so? Doesn't make what they're saying untrue. It just means they're organizing their thoughts.
You don't think television was invented for nefarious reasons? Mm. Of course it was. Radio, it's the same thing.
Nefarious reasons? It might have been it was invented because it was cool to broadcast.
How do we get people to support what we say? Oh, I don't know. I've got this idea. We call it shortwave radio. We can talk to people. They'll listen to us. They'll do what we say. Hey, I've got this other idea. We can make the television, right? We can broadcast it through the air too. And they'll watch it and they'll think what we're saying is real and they'll fucking do what we say. Of course it was invented for nefarious reasons.
Dude, like...
You don't think... Do you know anybody who does anything just strictly out of the goodness?
Well, as far as science, most of that stuff isn't done for
altruism. Do you know any altruists?
Reasons.
No,
it's not done for those reasons. It's just done because they can do it, because they're experimenting. Thank you, Mikael, for the super chat.
You do know that studies in certain fields in science, right? They have people bidding against each other to see who can win, whose popular opinion can win out, right? That does happen. You'll have somebody that'll come out and say, "Hey, I've got this study that says smoking cigarettes will give you lung cancer." Then Philip Morris hires some fucking scientist guy themselves that comes out and says, "No, actually, smoking's really good for you." Like, the scientists all argue with each other all the time and come up with all kinds of crazy shit.
Hold on. Wait, hold on. Hi, by the way.
Yeah,
my name is Pop Counterculture.
Yeah.
Dude, okay.
Howdy, Bob. How are you doing?
So anyways, I just have I've been listening to your stream. It's been insane. It's been entertaining. I'll give you that. But there's a couple of things that we could settle here once and for all. that'll just chill some shit out if you want to follow me here on this.
Set me straight. Let's hear it.
Okay,
what do you got?
My first question is, have you ever driven towards the mountains?
Yes.
You have. What do you see first, the base or the peak?
Well, it kind of depends on the atmospheric conditions.
How high up in the air do you live, homie? All right.
So you may never see the top, okay, but when you're driving on the highway, you'll see them from a distance, and you don't necessarily range, and you're not going to see the tops.
Why aren't you going to see the base of the mountain, sir? If the Earth is flat, how could you not see the base of the mountain?
Well, because the Earth is flat doesn't mean there's not hills. Understand. Right? There's hills and valleys, and there's also elevation differences.
Okay, but even then, if you see the hills in the valley, what are you going to see first of the hills and the valleys? Are you going to see the hills first, or are you going to see the valley?
Am I going to see the hills first, or am I going to see the valleys?
Yes.
What's my elevation? What's the atmospheric conditions?
Buddy, regardless, you said all I needed you to say. You acknowledge that you never.
Well, no. Just because the Earth is in a flat plane and not a sphere, right? How do I see hills and valleys on a globe?
How do you see hills? Because you could see the shadow, the light hitting it, right? So like the light's gonna hit different altitudes, right? Differently. So if something
you're making up a bunch of bullshit right now, it'd be the same thing on a flat plane.
Let me ask you a question. If you were to stall, if someone taller than you is in front of you, who's gonna be in whose shadow?
If somebody taller than me is in front of me, who's going to see what shadow? What shadow? What are we talking about?
You're going to be in their shadow, right? Because they're taller than you. They're going to block out the sun rays before it hits you. So that way we can determine height. That's to answer one question. But secondly, even if you do see hill and valleys, like, you could be pedantic all you want, man. But let's just say for argument's sake, you're at ground level, 0 feet, 0 elevation, right? And you're
on a flat plane, the Marianas Trench can still exist, and that they say it's like 4 miles deep.
Okay.
So how do you explain that?
Dude, let's stick with my question first, and then we'll address yours, okay?
Well, I am addressing your question right now. I mean, how do you explain for that? And
that's not answering my question. You're trying to distract by asking something else. That's called pivoting.
So on a flat, only mountains and hills and valleys can exist on a tennis ball and not on a sheet of paper.
I made this so simple for you. You're driving towards the mountains at ground level, 0 elevation. You're driving towards the mountains you have never seen before.
There's no such thing as 0 elevation driving towards a mountain.
Sea level, then, whatever the hell you want to call it. All right, let's just say you're at sea level and you're driving towards the mountains that you've never seen before. What are you going to see first, the peak, the base, or the mid-range?
Well, is there anything in my way, or is it just the mountain?
You're driving straight to it. You're driving straight to a mountain you have never seen before.
Is there anything else in my way? Or is it just a flat? Am I driving straight towards a mountain with nothing in its way?
Straight towards the mountain, sure, why not? With nothing in its way.
I'll see the whole thing.
You'll see the whole thing at once.
Yes.
If it was a flat plane, you would be correct, sir. But the Earth is not flat. You can prove it.
Well, geez, maybe the flat Earth is right then. Ah!
Why are you so committed to being stupid, sir? I mean, it's not that
being stupid. I just literally busted you on your own point.
You did not bust me on anything.
If I was on it,
hold on. You yourself said the only way that makes sense is if it's a flat plane. You just said that on a flat plane. Yes, you would see it all at once on a flat plane.
No, I said if there were no obstructions. If everything I'm looking at is clear and all I'm driving towards is a mountain, I'm going to see the whole thing at once. There's no buildings, there's no trees, there's no hills, there's no valleys, there's none of that. I'm going to see the whole thing at once.
And it's just going to pop into existence, just boom, like that. You're not going to see the peaks or the valley first as you drive towards it.
You just said if there's nothing in the way.
Yes.
Right? If there's nothing in the way, I'll see the whole thing at once.
So it's just going to appear all at once, right?
Yes, it would.
When has that ever happened, sir? I'm assuming you've driven to mountains plenty of times. Can you think of one time in your life where you just drove towards a mountain and boom, it was right there? Has that ever happened?
I can't because there's hills and valleys and fucking trees and shit in the way. What part of that do you not understand?
Hey, dude, there are hills and valleys between me and Yosemite, right? But because of my elevation and the overall elevation of the Yosemite Valley, as I'm driving towards it, I see the peaks first, and then I see the mid-range, and then eventually, as I get closer, I hit the base. That's because the Earth is curved. You don't need to be a rocket scientist, dude. You just have to look. You just have to think very rationally. How come the mountains don't just pop into fucking appearance? Clearly, there's something in the way. It's called the curve, homeboy. It ain't fucking hard.
Nah, you'll see it.
No.
You'll see it.
I mean,
if on a straight plane,
right.
you'll see the whole fucking thing at once.
I don't really have
man,
much to add. Ed's kind of covering it. It's like, that's it. Like, I'm not
Thank
gonna
you
lie.
very much.
Puma
Oh, that's
Fist,
it?
Like, it's
End
like
of discussion.
well, it's like arguing
It
with
is
a brick
for us
wall
because
with
we're not
you,
looking
because
at
like
saying, yes.
we're looking at facts and evidence, and you just are like, well, I don't believe it, and it's like, cool, you're allowed to be ignorant,
It's
but
like,
we
prove
refuse to be.
you're
That's still no. We just went on this tangent about what you can see in a straight line with nothing in your way, right? How does that prove that the Earth is round?
Because you don't. Because it doesn't happen like that. Because the mountains don't just fucking
How does
appear.
it prove that the Earth is round or
Sir, why
flat?
are you so committed to being an idiot? Why are you so committed to being stupid? You don't.
I'm not committed. I'm not committed either way. It could go either way.
You're so.
But how are you going to justify what you said as proof that the Earth is round? Trust the science, bro. Trust the science, bro.
Dude, you're so capable of admitting you're wrong. You're making up like these fantastical scenarios just to pretend to have a point. Yeah, dude. If the Earth was flat, you would have a point, but it's not, and you know it yourself. Only an insane moron.
Even on a flat Earth, you would still have hills and valleys and plains and mountains.
What is this all for?
Right?
You yourself said earlier in the stream that you're not saying the Earth.
Why does it matter so much to you? Let me ask you this. Why does it matter so... Hey. Why does it matter so much to you that the Earth is round as opposed to flat? What difference does that make in your life?
Puma, I will tell you why it's important.
Why are
because
you so
as a society, in order to evolve...
What difference does it make?
Puma, as a society, to evolve, it's important we all have common frameworks to look at. Little facts that we all
and who is controlling... Who is controlling what we think?
And the very fact you're questioning that proves my point that you just don't get this. You know,
you guys are just believing the science, but you're not listening to the religion. That says that the
I
Earth
question
is flat.
science all the
You
time.
picked your
That's why
side.
I do research.
You picked a side.
Hold on.
Oh, you do research? Really?
Of course.
So you're going to listen to some guy who's getting paid by the government as opposed to some other guy who's getting paid by the government, right?
Yeah, you clearly don't even research stuff.
That's how scientific studies get funded.
Puma, do you drive a car?
Of course I drive a car. Well, what kind of a barbarian do you think I am?
Do you know how that works? Can you prove that works? That seems weird.
Yes.
How?
Can you change a tire? Have you ever changed a tire?
Of course I have, but I'm not arguing against observable facts. You're the one
Dude,
arguing
I
against
would pay
observable
good money
facts.
to see. I would pay good money to see you change a tire on a car.
Well, I'll record it next time. Whatever, dude.
Really quick, Puma. So you keep equating science with religion, right?
They're the same thing.
You said earlier in the stream that science is full of shit because you can't observe it, or you got to take them at their word and all that. Is that correct?
You can't observe religion either. You can't observe science.
We'll get there. We'll get there. But you're absolutely wrong, sir. You're absolutely. I'm sorry.
How many people have been to the Large Hadron Collider and seen it fucking smash fucking atoms and shit? Nobody's seen that shit.
Lots of people.
No, there's a lot of money being spent on it.
A lot of money being spent on everything. That's how capitalism works, dude. No, everything costs money. Get over it.
It's not our fault you didn't go check it out. No.
I know, right? I went to the party. Did you go to the party, Bob?
Oh, yeah. I get all the cool invites. I know we leave out Puma Fist because he's cringe, but Yeah,
what kind of lame ass did not go to the Large Hadron Collider party? That was a dope ass party.
Fucking awesome.
Puma, awkward. No, listen, Puma. No, in all seriousness here, right? Listen, the Large Hadron Collider did not make itself, right?
Yeah, it's a bunch of bullshit that they funneled money into that they tell you is there and it's doing something, and you have no idea what it's actually doing.
But here's what I'm getting at.
Explain to me how the Large Hadron Collider works.
I don't need to
Mr.
explain
Expert.
Mr.
I love science. I know everything about
yourself,
science.
buddy. The information's there.
Exactly, dude. Do you want to go see the Large Hadron Collider and you want to
Well, apparently you guys are experts on planetary physics right now. So why not tell me how a fucking Large Hadron Collider works?
Hold on.
I'm telling you, I can't prove it one way or the other. I'm the one that's being honest. You guys have picked your side. You pick the side when there's two sides to that coin.
But you could. That's what I'm saying. You could.
You made up your mind. I'm like, shit, I don't know.
Homie, listen to me. You could go to school. You can go to the university. You can get your PhD. You can go work at the fucking Large Hadron Collider and observe it yourself. Those options are open to you, as it is for anybody. This idea that the whole world should just, like, if they're not on the same level of scientists and it cannot be trusted, is absolute bullshit, because the opportunities are there for you to have the knowledge and the training and the equipment to prove anything they say. You just don't do it. However, the people who are not lazy, the people who are not fucking stupid, the people who have the fucking wherewithal to go and get this knowledge and attain it and get this job field, they do. And they understand it. And you know why I fucking believe what they say? Because I don't have that fucking drive. I don't have the expertise. I don't have that technology, and you don't either. However,
so you're just believing in them like somebody 2,000 years ago would have believed in a priest.
If I was skeptical, I'd go to fucking.
You just said that you don't have the wherewithal to go do the research yourself.
That's why
most of us don't have that. Right.
Have you ever
so what you're saying is you believe in science just the way somebody 2,000 years ago would believe in a priest when a priest told him, "Hey, this is what everybody around here thinks, and this is the objective reality that we're going by." And you're just like, "Oh, okay, sure."
No, because you can't objectively prove God. The whole point of religion is that it's faith-based. You believe in God. The purpose of faith is that you don't.
Science is faith-based too.
Let me finish talking. I did not interrupt you.
Do you understand that you have no idea what space is like?
Dude, hey, I'm not done talking. When I'm done talking, then you can talk. All right. Listen. All I'm saying is this: the difference between religion and science is that anybody can attain the knowledge, the training, the equipment to go understand science, to go test the theories, to go see if the scientists are full of shit. You yourself do it. You're just too lazy and stupid. However, with faith, with religion, the whole purpose of faith, the definition of faith is having faith and believing in something that you know you can't prove. That's the difference. The point of God.
Most scientists are coming up with theories for things that they can't prove, and then they set them out there. And the whole point of the scientific method is supposed to have other people test it to make sure it's true.
Right? It's called peer review. That's what.
But everything starts off with a theory.
And
it's somebody coming up with some nonsense.
Puma, you don't even understand.
Everything's based on a fact.
Theory. No. Everything starts
with a hypothesis. Starts off.
Hypothesis is where it starts.
Exactly. A hypothesis is a fucking theory. It's a theory.
No, a theory is a different thing. You don't even understand science.
Yes, it is.
A theory is something that's pretty well researched. There's lots of evidence to a theory. The way that common people use theory and the way that scientists use theory are drastically different. If we're talking about scientific method,
you do realize that gravity is still a theory, right?
Yes, with a shit ton of evidence behind it. It's not a hypothesis.
Gravity is a theory. It's not a scientific fact.
Okay, but Puma, understand that if science were like religion, then the second somebody says gravity is real, then it would stop being a theory. It would become fact. The fact that it is not established science and fact, the fact that it is still up for debate, shows the difference between science and religion, shows the rigidity.
How many people still believe in the Mayans? What the Mayan?
Yeah, what
the Mayan calendar? Hey, entertain me here. Let's go along with this thought process.
Why would we entertain you, dude? You keep interrupting.
All right.
You're doing it right now.
How many people still believe in Thor?
Hey,
as a real god?
Puma.
How about that?
Puma, I have an invisible unicorn.
Answer my question.
No, I have an invisible unicorn in my garage.
Question.
I have an invisible
Answer my question.
I can just kick you if you want.
No, you don't.
How do you know that?
Don't have a fucking, invisible
How do you know that?
garage.
How do you know that?
Because unicorns are a man-made, what do you call
what?
it?
You're believing the
Mythological
science?
creature.
You believe in observable fact on this shit? That's
You believe in
bullshit. I have an
science
invisible
now?
unicorn in my
Oh,
garage.
what a fucking loser.
No, you're using the Carl Sagan argument right now.
I'm literally
That somebody
using
says
your
that
argument.
I've got
I'm
an
using your-
alien.
I'm
No, he
Puma,
did this.
I'm using
This was a
your
Carl Sagan
argument.
thing.
That's the issue. You see,
your
Ed
argument's
could say
wrong.
I don't have an invisible unicorn in my garage because, he knows, he follows science. That's bullshit. You can't because you don't believe anything.
I can tell you 100% that there's no invisible unicorn in your garage.
Really? What
I can
evidence
tell
do
you
you
that
have?
100%.
What evidence do you have?
Because it's a silly thing that humans came up with.
Oh, so now you believe the science.
Oh,
Now you
yeah, all of a
believe
sudden,
what
yeah.
science has told you.
Oh,
The story
really?
is, huh?
How's that prove the science? How's that proving the science?
Well, all of a
Look,
sudden, you're
academics have proved it don't exist, you fucking idiot.
that you're making up something silly and using a couple of words from mythological creatures to tell me that it's invisible in your fucking garage.
Dude, have you
No,
observed?
it's nonsense.
Have you
That's
observed the
you're
entire
talking
surface of the
nonsense.
Earth? How do you know there's no unicorns?
Yeah, you haven't seen every square inch of the planet. How do you know there's no unicorns?
Because it's coming from a couple of weirdos who are talking about this shit. That's why.
You mean like God and religion?
Like, what if I said, all right, so going by this, what if I said there's a brrr in my garage? Are you guys going to disprove that now?
No,
Science?
I don't even have to disprove it because I know you're full of shit.
Exactly.
Because
see what I mean?
Because I
See,
follow
there are
observable
some things
You
that
don't.
there are some things. What's the difference between a brrr and an invisible unicorn?
What's
You
the
can't
difference?
prove
What's the
either
difference?
exist.
The difference is I can say confidently there's no such thing as a brrr. You can't say there's no such thing as a unicorn. That's the difference.
But you just said that you believe that a
But you're
brrr
going
doesn't
against your own
exist
logic.
in my
We're not.
garage.
But you're going against your own
Yeah.
logic, and we're not.
We're
homie. That's what you're
this
missing.
is just your logic being thrown right back at you.
Yeah, we're literally just doing what you're doing. You see how stupid that sounds?
What? That you're making up shit? You're making
Yeah,
up shit to try
yes,
to prove
just
a
like
point?
you.
Something.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're doing. Yes, you're making up shit to prove a point. Now you know how stupid it sounds.
How many how many people
he's
people in the
triggered.
entire world?
Oh, you
How
are
many people-
triggered, aren't you?
How many people in the world think about unicorns compared to whether the earth is flat or round?
I would say about the same. Insane people.
Yeah.
It's about the same number of insane people. I'm pretty sure the Venn diagram
I think-
between those two.
Yeah, the people who believe in unicorns and people who believe in flat Earth, it's about the same.
It's about the same. Yeah.
You do realize that there's more people that go, I can't tell if the earth is flat or round than you realize, right?
I've
They're
never met
everywhere.
anybody who thinks that way because I don't hang out with idiots. You hang out with idiots?
No, I've never met anybody like that.
I think
You're
you
my
guys
first,
I
man.
think you
You're-
guys
You're our first idiot. This is
you're
funny.
first? Did I
Yeah.
pop your cherry?
You pop an idiot cherry. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to.
I don't know
to
if that's
reach that
bragging
level again,
rights,
I
bro.
think. That's bragging rights. Yeah, you're the biggest idiot we're the first idiot, likely the biggest one we'll ever be. Yeah, congratulations. You really did something today.
Tell me if the earth is flat or round.
Tell me if there's an
Tell
invisible
me
unicorn in my garage.
whether or not unicorns exist. Yeah, tell us. If
You guys are 100% certain that the earth is round.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I've seen observable
Based on
facts.
what?
based on observable facts.
What-
Yeah.
what's
Based
it-
on
what's
the
it-
effects of gravity. Based on all
You see
the-
how this works, though? You've made
You know
up your
what's funny?
mind one way or another.
No,
just
you know
like
what's
just like I made up my mind.
No,
right?
you want to
Dude.
talk about hilarious. You want to talk about funny. You're the one who says, "Did you know that NASA manipulates images as if that's evidence that the Earth is round?" Dude, every photo you see, everywhere is manipulated. That doesn't prove
Dude,
that the Earth is.
do you think if it was some
it means
sort
they
of-
color corrected the image?
Do you think if it was some sort of
Made it look
conspiracy to
like-
convince people the Earth is round, that they would actually admit that? Do you genuinely think that?
Dude,
That's
a
insane.
guy fucking took a French astronomer took a picture of a fucking piece of chorizo and motherfuckers thought it was a planet.
What the
And he
fuck
went
is
along
that?
with it until he
So
had to
what?
tell
I have an
everybody it
invisible
was a
unicorn
hoax.
in my garage. Who cares?
Believe all scientists.
Invisible
Believe everybody, right? No, I don't trust
no.
anybody.
When did I
think
say believe everybody?
think,
What the fuck are you talking
personally
about, dude?
think everybody's lying.
When
That
did
sounds
I
like
say?
a personal issue. Puma.
Dude.
That's called paranoia. You should talk to a therapist. That's a mental issue.
Let me ask you this: why are you guys so unwilling to accept that maybe that the Earth is flat?
Well,
I do accept that maybe the Earth is flat. However, I see evidence.
Oh,
You
okay.
might-
So now
you
maybe
might-
you're kind of a semi-flat Earther, right?
So
No,
If a
Puma,
little more evidence came out, you would believe it, right?
Puma,
You see how you guys are fucking
you might
doing
be
here?
interested
No,
to
see
know
how
that
you
I
doing
don't
here?
see you as
No,
a good
listen,
source
I'm
of
sorry.
information.
Yeah, and not just that, but listen, yeah, if there was actual like scientific evidence that proved the Earth was flat, yeah, cool. It was verifiable, yeah, definitely. However, every single time I drive towards Yosemite, I see the peak before I see the base. Therefore, I know with like 99.99999% certainty the Earth is round.
Puma, I would
Not
love to
rocket
know
science.
if the Earth is flat, how do the sun and the moon work?
Yeah, because if it was flat,
Good
you would see it
question.
all the time.
How do the sun and the moon work now
they revolve
on
the
the
Earth-
globe?
The Earth goes
Robert,
around the sun.
hold on, stay.
the moon revolves around the Earth revolves around the sun.
Okay, so what if the moon and the sun on a flat Earth plane moved around the flat plane?
So wait, is there an edge
that's
to
the
the
thing,
Earth?
dude.
Is there an edge to the Earth?
Yeah.
How does this work?
Yeah, if there was an edge to the Earth, there would be an observable shadow at the edges of the
Yeah.
Earth. But there are no shadows. It's all seen through the curvature. And I mean, if you want to go even further than that, man, I mean, 24 hours in a day, we spin around the Earth, right? We spin. That's why in some parts of the Earth, it's daytime, and sometimes some parts of the Earth, it's nighttime. You see,
Well, how
it's
about if the sun and the moon were just smaller, right, and they move around in a circle above the flat plane?
So wait, are the
and
sun,
that causes
wait,
night
are the
and
sun
day.
and the moon circles? Are they globes? Are they flat too?
I don't know what they are. They could just be fucking spotlights.
Fucking hell,
the
man.
best answer I have for your question is
Why does the moon stay in geosynchronous orbit where we always see the same side of the moon all the time? How does that work?
It's called.
I mean, if we're
it's
spinning
called
in
gravity
space,
in
if the Earth
orbit.
is spinning at 25,000 miles an hour and we're shooting through space around the sun at around, 200 and something thousand miles an hour, and we're corkscrewing and we're doing all this shit, how the fuck does the moon stay in geosynchronous orbit where it's always just facing us? Explain the physics
do
to
you
that.
know how
Are you
orbits
ready?
work? Because that
It
explains
looks
it.
the same every time I see it.
Are you ready for a laugh? Are you ready for a laugh, Bob?
Yeah.
You tell us, Puma.
Good
I
point.
can't tell you. That's why I don't. That's why I don't believe. That's why I don't
So
believe
you
what
don't-
everybody's
So
fucking
you
saying.
don't even believe the moon goes around the Earth? Is that what you're saying?
He doesn't even believe the moon
I
is
can-
round.
I can't.
I know.
I can't fucking prove it.
So
What can you prove? Puma?
yeah,
What can you
you have
prove?
no
Tell us.
basis for
What
reality,
exactly-
as far as I
can
can tell.
I can prove that I am alive,
How?
and I can also prove that I'm
I
the
don't know you're
most
alive,
awesome
bro.
person
I
on the
don't
internet.
know your life. For all I know, some troll created an AI with the most idiotic fucking right-wing shithead.
Hey,
You can
dude.
be an AI voice bot.
Ed,
That has nothing to do with
you're
me
being incredibly
realizing
rude to
that I'm
AI.
alive.
You're
I mean, that's just what you're telling us. You can't prove. I mean, you can't prove that.
You can think I'm fake all you want, but I know I'm alive. That is an
This
observable
is, like,
fact
next
on my
level
end.
funny, bro. Like this does feel like a performance. I can't imagine a real life person would be this way. It concerns me you are, and I hope you get some help, man. But I mean, go ahead, dude. Go ahead, and prove. You tell us. You tell us what you can prove.
You hope I get some help.
Yeah,
You hope
what
I get
can
some
you
help.
prove? What do
You're
you-
the ones that
Yeah.
fucking
What can you
believe what
prove?
any fucking position of authority tells you.
You're the one who's just mad because you're too lazy and stupid to go figure this shit out. And instead of
You
fucking
don't know
doing
how this
something
shit
about it-
works either, motherfucker.
Yeah, but I'm not angry at the world because of it, like you are.
No, but you're telling me you know how it works and I don't.
I don't know how the world works. I'm just not angry that.
So then shut the fuck up and stop trying to tell me you know better than me, because you and I are on the same fucking level.
Yeah, but I'm not
Essay,
fucking angry.
bottle.
I'm not fucking pissed off, dude. I'm not fucking
Yeah.
angry and calling scientists shitheads and paranoid that I can't trust
Yeah.
anything. That's how I know I'm at least more mentally fit than you are. Because like
They are shitheads and they are fucking lying and they're taking money and you people just fucking eat it up.
everybody
Yeah,
makes
eat
money
it up.
under capitalism. How do you think they're gonna fuck?
Dude,
How do you think these
Puma.
scientists are gonna eat? Who's gonna build for this shit? Who's gonna pay for that shit, Puma?
Who-
Capitalism isn't evidence of anything.
Puma, one thing I really want to know is where's the money coming from for Round Earth? Who makes money on there being a round Earth?
Who? Nobody's paying for that right now.
So then there's
why
no
are they?
profit incentive.
Why? Because this conspiracy that they're lying. What's their motivation
No.
for lying?
You gotta follow
Well,
the money.
maybe
but there's no money to follow.
they're not lying. They're the ones that are telling you that for free. The ones that are telling you that it's a round Earth model are the ones that are making money. Think about that.
No, that's what I'm
Robert.
asking you. Where's the money for saying it's a round Earth? Where is that? What? Who makes money on that?
All of science right now.
How would you make money on that? Why not say a square Earth? Why not an oval?
Scientific
Why not a flat Earth?
is all based around the
round
globe
Earth
model.
is monetizable. Why is a round Earth
Yeah, how would you
monetizable, but not other
monetize that?
sizes or shapes?
How are they getting money for
because it disproves religion. Because
How?
religion says
my
that
How?
there's a flat Earth model.
Bro,
What do you mean how?
Religion and science are not enemies. And like science is not against religion.
Religion and science aren't enemies. Tell that
They're
to
not.
Darwin.
You see, okay, that's his own issue, but no, like science and like science.
That's
does
his
not
own
mean-
issue. No, tell me what that issue is.
Hold
You
on,
act
hold
like
on.
you know.
Do you
What
honestly
happened with
believe-
Darwin?
do you
Tell me,
honestly-
Mr.
do you-
Scholar.
Do you honestly believe?
What happened with Darwin and religion? Tell me what happened.
Dude,
you honestly
you
believe
can't.
that's-
You
Tell me-
definitely
tell me
can't
what
tell us
happened.
because you don't believe anything that you read. So you can't tell us. So I don't want to hear this.
Yeah. Why should we listen to you? You don't believe anything you read or listen to or anything, unless it's from God or something. But even then, who knows? I mean, you got to understand here, Puma, that like science does not have is not vindictive against religion. It's not trying to disprove religion.
Science has an agenda. Science is telling everybody now that fucking males and females don't exist, and it's all just gender fluid nonsense.
What
Biology.
the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah,
It's
I've
science.
never
I know,
seen
right?
a
Yeah, it's
scientist
science.
say anything like that. What scientific are you remotely talking
you don't
about?
see. You don't see what's going on now, where doctors are telling people that there's multiple genders, and you can just cut your penis off, and you can become a woman.
You're misunderstanding.
Right? That's the science you guys are believing in that are telling you about the round Earth.
You're misunderstanding. I'm seeing what's actually going on, and then I'm seeing what loudmouths like you say is going on, and they're completely fucking different. There's a science between biological sex, and then there's also gender, which is a societal thing. Because let's face it, how often do you meet somebody and demand when you meet somebody, how often do you demand they show you their genitals so that you know their pronouns? Do you do that every time you meet somebody?
Yeah, and also like what?
No, you know the way I usually greet people is if they look like a man or a woman. Call me old fashioned. But when I was growing up, chicks look like chicks and dudes look like dudes.
Well,
and if I can't tell what they are, I'm probably not going to talk to them.
Very ignorant of you, but let's move past that. Let's say we have a
How is that ignorant?
Well, let's say we have a biological woman that goes by female pronouns, but just happens to be tall and have a masculine voice. What are you going to refer to him as?
What? Looks like a woman, acts like a woman, but just has a deep voice?
No, well, they might actually look, maybe small breast, maybe.
I mean, are we talking
tall,
like
voice?
it's a chick you meet and she's like, "Hi, my name is Georgina."
There's all types of biological variables, all types of them.
Really?
Yeah, and not just that, Puma, but like, let me ask you a question: would you hold your best friend's hand?
What, like a male friend?
Yeah, a male friend. Would you hold them?
Get the fuck out of here. What do you think I am?
Well, what if they need you to? What if they need help?
Well, no, hold on. The thing is that in India right now, that is considered masculine if you're weird if you don't. Would you wear a wig?
In India? Oh yeah, are they holding the same hands that they use to wipe their asses with? They shit street.
Let me ask you a question. Would you wear a wig in pumps and leggings today?
Fuck no.
Well, okay, in the 1600s, if you didn't, you'd be considered a bitch. I mean, just this like insane, like paranoid.
I'd be considered a bitch now if I did it.
Sure. This insane.
That's why I don't do it.
Sure, this insane hysteria that you have in the 1800s would make you an insane woman. So like what I'm saying is the definition of what is man.
A man not wanting to wear a wig and pumps is a bitch.
Dude, the founding fathers wore wigs all the time.
Yeah, you're disrespecting.
They wore powder wigs. That's a different fucking thing.
Are you disrespecting the founding?
They wore
fathers?
dresses too.
Go back to China, you commie. Listen, what I'm saying is, the other thing you gotta realize is that what being a man means changes from culture and changes throughout time. Like in some tribes, different tribes have different coming of age ceremonies for men when they go from being boys to being men. So each one has a different standard. If there was a subjective measure of what manhood was, it would never change throughout time or throughout culture. Therefore, we know that gender is a social construct. There you go, buddy. Just spelled it out for you.
Mm-hmm.
Gender is a social construct, right?
Yes, yes. Did you not hear what I just said? Yes.
Okay, so
Puma,
when was the last time?
I can prove that gender is a social construct for you. Are you ready for this?
All right, let's hear it.
Have you seen everybody you ever met? Have you seen their genitals?
Have I seen the genitals of everybody I've ever met?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Well, but then you call them, you call them he or she. So how do you know their pronouns?
Because it's a biological function to recognize male and female.
But you didn't see
But you don't know that. You don't know that.
That's something you don't even.
You haven't seen their biology.
You don't even have to think about. In fact, when something is blurring the lines is when we get confused. And that's why we're like, whoa, wait a minute. What the fuck is going on here?
Puma, I have bad news for you. You're the only one confused.
It's a biological function to tell male from female.
Bob, do you get like that?
We also have unseen things, right, that we know about. It's body language and like shit. Even pheromones and stuff like that.
Body language is
smells.
Man or woman. It's universal amongst all people.
Maybe you don't see their genitals. Maybe you just take a chromosome test of everybody you meet. Is that what you do?
Yeah, I can tell a man when I see a man, and I can tell a woman when I see a woman, and I can tell when a woman is pretending to be a man, and I can tell when a woman is pretending to be. It's.
But you don't verify it, so you can't know. That means you judge gender based purely on verification. There you go. Gender is a social construct.
I'm guessing you identify a man as someone with a deeper voice, taller, typically less breasts, but you don't know.
You're defeating your own argument there, because you may identify somebody as a woman who says they're a woman that's actually a man, and you wouldn't know because you haven't seen their genitals either.
Yeah, so, dude, I'm not asking to see their genitals.
6 of one, half a dozen of another.
I would simply, I would probably just use the pronouns I assume.
Just go along with the bullshit.
I will use the proper pronouns.
Why wouldn't I? What's wrong with that?
What's the difference from me saying, you know what, I'm actually a dog, but I'm just wearing human skin?
So
Can you
Puma,
prove that?
so I'm talking to you, Puma.
See how nonsensical that shit is?
The thing is, you were never a dog. It was never in your bio. It was never in your
How do you know? How do you know I'm not a dog that's wearing a human skin? How do you know I'm not a dog that's wearing a human skin?
Puma,
go ahead, Bob. Go ahead. I'll let you take over, dude.
This all comes down to basic courtesy. So I'm calling you Puma right now because that's what you identify as. That's what you want me to call you, right?
What else are you gonna call me?
Okay, Frank. How you doing? I'm just gonna call you Frank now.
This guy is a funny clown, dude. I swear.
Just don't call me late for dinner.
Well, I'm just gonna call you Frank now because I don't care what you want to be called. Isn't that a bit rude? Isn't that being a dick?
I like Rachel better, Bob.
Oh, Rachel?
Oh, that's fine, Leslie. Go ahead, Leslie. Tell me what else you're gonna call me.
And you know what we're doing? We're being rude right now. You want to know why? Because we're not calling each other by what we want to be called by.
So, we're still talking.
How do you not get that? It's literally about not being rude. Somebody wants to identify by a new name or new pronouns. I don't care. That is their business.
Well, how do you feel about this then, Leslie? How do you feel about this? If somebody, right, doesn't like what you're saying, or you don't like what they're saying, you feel it's okay to block them, right? But if I'm out in public somewhere and some person who's a man is saying that they're a woman, and I say, you know what, I'm not going to play along with that, and then I block them by literally walking away from them and not talking to them anymore. It's the same thing. It's the same thing, right? So is it okay for us like heteronormal people to block the trannies and the homosexuals out in society?
How you're
Because we view them as being
unrelated
trolls.
issues.
No, it's the same thing.
Well, dude,
it's the same thing.
No, it's
I view
unrelated
transvestites and transsexuals as being trolls. So what if I decide
trolls?
I'm going to
They're going through a very difficult path in their life
them.
to be trolls. Are you fucking serious? They're facing
can I block them in real
from
life?
Society, from people like you to be trolls? Why the fuck would they do that?
Can I block them in real life like you block people on the internet who you don't agree with?
Well, I mean, you don't have to talk to them. It might be rude.
Why should I have to accept their nonsense?
Because
if you say that you don't have to accept,
dude,
hold on. If you say that you don't have to accept my nonsense online, why should I accept their nonsense in real life?
I'm not saying you have to accept
What's the difference?
But also understand that if you don't accept it, there might be social consequences because there's a term for people who don't accept it. It's called an asshole.
Yeah, and not just that, dude, but like, and listen, if you don't accept it, that's fine. But respect them as individuals to live the way they want.
Respect them for what?
All I mean
the way
is
you'd respect anybody.
Don't bother them.
The way I respected you before we've talked.
You know what? This reminds me. This reminds me of that shit where it's like people are always like, "Thank a veteran," you know. And anytime you meet somebody who was in the military, "Oh, I thank you for your service." What if that person was a fucking wife-beating child molester? Should I still thank them for their service?
Well, that's a totally different topic.
Wow.
Man, but
I like how you just dance around with these goalposts. It doesn't even have to really be a goalpost shift. Just here's a completely separate,
dancing around with the goalposts.
Topic.
No, who's worthy of fucking respect automatically? Why should I respect
who's worthy of
and
automatic respect? It's the invisible unicorn in my garage, which you still can't disprove.
How do I know you're not a child molester?
You know what? In fact, Leslie, at this point, I think you might have an invisible unicorn in your garage. You're starting to make me think that there might be something there.
Yeah.
Are you a child molester?
Oh my god.
Fuck no.
Are you sure? Should I?
Are you a child molester?
Because I don't know if you're a child molester. Should I?
Are you a child molester? Have you? Are you like a sneaky uncle?
I don't know. Should I treat you?
You don't know. You don't know. I told you straight up. No, I'm not a child molester, but you don't know if you're not one.
I'm not answering.
What are you doing, bro?
I asked you.
You're not answering my question. Why are you avoiding the question? That should be an easy one. Are you a child molester?
But my
are you a child molester? 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 Are you a child molester?
He's literally a 5-year-old.
Yes or no?
I can go ahead.
Yes or no? Are you a child molester?
Puma?
Yeah,
Puma,
Puma. He's literally just
Puma, literally stop it or else I'm
a child molester. Are you a child molester? Yes or no?
Puma, say child molester one more time.
Tell him to answer the question. Yes or no?
We're moving on.
Yes or no? Child molester, child molester, child molester, child.
Yeah, we're done. Here, Ed, if you're listening, I'm gonna bring Mikael into the chat. I can bring you in as well if you want to do an after talk. That was fucking stupid. That was kind of fun too. I don't know. There's kind of a fun insanity to that. Oh, I probably need to boot up Discord here. But holy crap. Wow. Peter, man, watching this madness from Singapore, the West has lost their damn minds? Probably. I can't believe I just had to end it just because he felt the need to say child molester. That's fucking hell, man. That's insane. Alright, I think I have a Discord thing with the two of us in it already. Or do I not? Oh, okay, I need to do a new one. Oh, here. I'll go ahead and bring you on, Mikael, and then I think I can add Ed later.
Hello?
Hey, you there?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to see about adding Ed here. But yeah, that was a bit of a food fight.
Yeah, by the way, Mr. O.C., after watching him, my eyes are completely opened. I'm afraid that I can't go with you right now. I'm sorry, it's just he was so based in everything he was talking about,
Oh, yeah, definitely. That's how that works. No,
All right, I can't do it. All right, my face
Yeah,
is
no,
cringing
it's a
so
bit
hard
much.
from just saying that. Yeah. Hilarious. But by the way, like Puma Fist, I feel sorry for him because he's also being made fun of by Ethan Van Stiver. So like
that is
if you're-
sad. That is sad.
yeah, that's the thing. Like, if you're being made fun of by the lowest level of humanity, I just feel sad for you. It's like they said, "How much can we add on to this, and what do we want in this?" And then the other guy said, "Yes."
Yeah, exactly.
Man, that was so like he knew exactly what he was talking about, and he went for it. Like just saying everything that he was talking out about, flat Earth being bogus, and this guy doesn't want to listen to any of it.
No, it was insane.
If you want to know what flat Earth actually is, like what people believe flat Earth is, well,
Hey guys.
Ed, are you there?
Oh, there you are. Okay, I was trying to figure out how to get you on here.
Hey.
Ed, were you still
What's up,
talking
Sam?
to him after I left?
I said, bro, please get some help. I'm sure you have a very
Okay.
lonely life.
I was like, if you're still in, I purposely ended it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get him out of there if he's still stuck in there talking to him because he's insane.
Dude, we broke the motherfucker, dude. We broke the guy.
Dude, like
Yeah,
it was
really
kind of fun to do the two of us because you
Right?
like you're much more like into it, and I'm much more like, okay, but disprove this. Yeah, I think it works well.
I think the invisible unicorn thing was a fucking fantastic touch, man.
Well, yeah,
Yes.
it's like he can't prove that shit.
Right? Yeah.
You might as well say you have a rhino in your closet.
Yeah, it's like you can't disprove anything I'm saying because you don't believe anything when you break it down to it. That's the thing he didn't seem to understand. It's like how society works is that we grow from each generation. We learn from each other. And if we don't learn from each other, then we don't go anywhere. And
That's the foundation of civilization, basically.
Yeah.
It's God, yeah, it was honestly, like towards the end, I did start to feel a little sorry for him because, like, if he wasn't such a raging asshole,
I know.
I would feel a lot more empathy for him. But the fact that like he's literally like a child, dude, like it was wild. Every time like you started to talk, he would just try to talk over you, make literal like la 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 like shit like that. It was like
I don't understand.
We would still be talking to him if he just stopped saying child molester and he wouldn't fucking stop. It's like, wow, what the fuck?
And all I was gonna say was like, I don't know if you're a child molester. Should I then treat you like like you are on the off chance you made? That was all I was trying to say.
Yeah, it's like he wouldn't shut up about it. It's like, dude, all I'm asking is that you don't say it. Child molester, okay.
And I just don't understand why he keeps on putting religion into this. Like, what does Christianity have to do with anything?
Dude, he could not tell me what was the big money behind Round Earth. What's this big Round Earth money? What? Why?
It's big sphere, dude.
The globalist agenda.
The foundation of Round Earth, a flat Earth, I'll just say, like, most of the people who believe that just want to be free thinkers. Basically, you don't really know what it is. You don't really have the research that's conclusive and all that, But there are a few, like Puma, who are just insanely dedicated to an idea of why everything is the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, dude. That honestly, like, I've met narcissists in my time, but that guy's like top 5 for sure.
I know.
Yeah.
How
Eagle's got nothing on this guy.
Yeah, how do you get so stuck up your butt? And yeah, you were bringing up, Mikhail, you were bringing up how EVS even clowns on this guy. EVS.
Yeah.
When EVS has room to clown on you, you've done something wrong.
That's sad, bro. Like, that guy's I mean, you'd think there wasn't a bigger asshole out there than EVS, but even EVS met his match, right?
Yeah. Even EVS is like, this guy's fucking crazy.
This guy's fucking nuts.
I saw it on one of his ETHAPs. And that was insane. Like,
I just have to say, it kind of blew my mind. He's gonna scream about free speech when I have him on my stream. That was just,
oh no, he doesn't have any free speech.
It's like, dude, you're here right now. What the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
Yes.
And you know he's like seething right now. They took my free speech away.
Dude.
He's still screaming in front of his mic, thinking that you're still talking to you.
You're not talking back. I own you. You're not.
He's like on his knees, like fucking fists in the air. Obama.
Well, I think Thought Process had an interesting question. We'll see if there's a round 3. I don't know. Just wondering where he was at on January 6th.
That's a very good fucking question.
Yeah, I guess we could always ask him who won on 2020.
Oh, you know what he's gonna say.
I know what the answer is. You can't prove anything. You can't.
You want to know what flat earthers believe in flat Earth? Like what they actually believe how the world works?
I don't know if you guys have seen. There's a documentary on Netflix called Behind the Curve, where they actually go in depth with like the flat Earth community, like really in there and shit. And that is one of the most fucking hilarious, like, you know, I mean, it's called Behind the Curve, you know, like this is one of those movies where it's one of those documentaries where like the two main subjects have no idea they're in a comedy, and it's fucking fantastic.
So,
okay,
Crawling Chaos has a question for us. Is it actually possible to save Lil Puma? He might be.
Well,
he might be.
It is. There probably is, but we can't do it. That guy needs serious help. Like that guy needs to go talk to a mental health professional.
No, but then you'd be giving money to the mental health conglomerate or whatever the fuck you would say.
And you're giving money to
big mental health. Big
mental health.
The thing is, Crawling, like the way that these conspiracy theorists like work is that whenever you give them an objectionable force, they always stick with their first idea of how the world works. And they keep on making more and more ways in which this can work. So every time you say, no, this isn't working, get help, they'll keep on saying, oh, so you're working with them too. So no, there's not really a lot of ways you can help them. But there is ways. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And is it impossible to help him? No. I'd like to think it's not impossible to help anybody, but it's not going to be fixed in an internet conversation. That's for sure.
Yeah.
We'll see how. Especially not with a guy like that, man. That guy the first step that guy needs to take to better himself is to understand the idea that he may be wrong, possibly sometimes.
Yeah, he might possibly have some things wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, there's an offhand chance.
Are you questioning? What? No. This whole video was how he owned you two. Like he was right about everything.
Right. You're right.
Are you questioning me? I call myself Puma Fist.
He owned us.
He can prove. Now he can prove how good he is. He can prove how smart he is.
To prove how much he owned us, I need to take a few minutes off and go feed my invisible unicorn in my garage.
Yeah. I got to get that rhino in my closet.
Yeah. Speaking of pets, I actually got to go take my dog for a walk. So it was good chatting with you guys. I'll be listening on my walk. Take care, guys. Peace.
All right.
Of course. Thanks. Thanks, Ed. Thanks for stopping.
Yeah, it was good after talk. Now we'll probably get to the main topic here, Ryan Cannell. So we got more cringe coming up. Yay! It was good.
Good.
It was good.
Well, I did want to say something about like this whole thing. You see, I feel bad about Puma because like he really isn't in a good place right now. Just going through the motions, going from religion to all this weird stuff. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see him in the news sometime.
God.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Okay.
Yeah. I hope Puma, if you're listening, and you probably are, you might even be seething, but when you're calmer, I want you to listen to this. Please just seek help. That's all I ask of you, okay? Thanks for coming on, Mikhail.
Of course.
We got Ryan.
I can't wait for that Ryan Cannell move thing. We all know how good Ryan Cannell is.
I know, he's brilliant, right?
Yeah, the brilliance in his mind eclipses ours 1,000-fold.
You're not wrong. I'll talk to you later, man.
See ya.
They think order and chaos are somehow opposites and try to control what won't.
Do you enjoy pain?
Pain don't hurt.